This is a public service announcement from your ACUA Accounting Principles Committee concerning one of the most difficult IIA standards to comply with, the dreaded peer review. First, our lawyers make us include this jargon. No auditors were harmed in the performing of this peer review or the making of this public service announcement. Thank you. Do you look forward to your peer review? I bet you do, about as much as getting your teeth cleaned. However, like getting your teeth cleaned, a peer review is a checkup for your audit function and can have great benefits. Currently, we are instructed by the standards to have a peer review every 5 years, unless, of course, you live in Texas, where we like to make up our own rules, and it is required by state law every 3 years. The hardest part of the peer review isn't the actual visit by the team, it is getting enough people to agree to be on your team. Peer reviews are like karma. What goes around comes around. So, if you serve on a peer review team at least every other year, then you will come in contact with some great fellow auditors who just might be available when it is your turn. Participating in a peer review does not have to be torture. As you can see, it can actually be a wonderful experience. When you agree to participate in a peer review, you get to visit strange and exotic locales, like Oregon. Of course, during this summer of record high temperatures, Oregon was a strange and exotic place because it rarely gets above 80 degrees there in the summer. This is the story of the peer review of Oregon University System Audit Division that occurred in June 2011. Team members were Richard Cordova, Sharon Currick, Kathy Kapka, and Helen Vanderland. We are pictured here in front of the Student Union at the UO campus in Corvallis, Oregon. How else can auditors from Washington State, Virginia, and Texas have the opportunity to work together? Peer reviews are a great way to check out how other audit shops function and borrow the best ideas to take back home with you. When you visit other campuses, you never know what you might see, like a Pac-10 stadium or an NCAA championship trophy. Hey, some of us only get to see these treasures when we visit other campuses. We can't all be Division I schools. If you're lucky, you may even get to visit some famous movie locations, such as the Asylum that Jack Nicholson made famous in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. What a treat to visit Oregon's Mental Health Division. And as an added bonus, the set of Animal House was visited by Sharon and Richard while visiting one of the UO campuses. Who knew that Oregon was a hotbed of Hollywood activity? And then there is the natural beauty of the Willamette or whatever it's called valley. The giant sequoias were even bigger than pine trees in East Texas. And the valley is also home to several vineyards. Oh, so many vineyards and so little time. Who knew we would be introduced to Thai food in Corvallis and Portland, Oregon? Just like us, you may experience wonderful new taste sensations on your peer review travels. And if you're lucky, you will be able to squeeze in a side trip to experience some of the local produce. Now about the Willamette Valley. It was beautiful. The river ran right alongside our hotel. However, it turns out they have their own way of pronouncing words in Oregon. Turns out that Willamette is actually pronounced Willamette. Helen purchased this t-shirt to help us remember how to correctly say the local pronunciation. Now, there may be a few minor frustrations while serving on a peer review team, like being overwhelmed when fellow team members start talking in a foreign technical language and showing off their apps on their iPhones, or when 3 women all give you their ice cream orders at the same time, or tell you where to park the car every time. But these frustrations are minor when compared with the sense of wonder and amazement evident on your peers' faces when they realize how much you have learned by serving on a peer review team. Or maybe it was because we stopped at a winery on our way back to campus. I'm not sure. The week passes very quickly, and sadly, it is time to return home to the 100+ degree weather, but not without one more gorgeous view from the airplane of the snow-capped mountains on July 1st. So the next time you receive a phone call or an email asking you to serve on a peer review team, remember what you have learned here today, which is that peer reviews can be a valuable learning tool, both for the audit shop being reviewed and for the peer review team as well. Not to mention, you just might have some fun in the process. Many thanks to Richard for his very patient leadership, driving skills, and stopping by the outlet mall on the way to the airport. To Sharon for her technical expertise and contagious laugh. To Helen for her interviewing skills and gracious attempts to keep us on task. And to Patty and her staff for making us feel welcome and showing us a good time. Thank you for your attention to this public service announcement of the ACUA Accounting Principles Committee. Have a good day.